Hello dear viewers and welcome to another episode of Kebab Connoisseur. What you are seeing right now is no ordinary episode, but in fact the first episode I ever recorded. This voice is overdubbed over the actual recording's audio, and it had been recorded much later. You're probably wondering why am I only publishing this episode right now and why did I not kickstart my channel with it. To answer that question, I shall take this opportunity to present you with a quick history of this channel. I tried my first kebab when I was 15. I was in the first grade of high school and it was normal for us to go outside during a lunch break and grab something to eat from the nearby shops or bakeries. Over time I ventured further and further away from my school to get more variety in my diet, and eventually I stumbled upon a kebab shop. I went in, tried my first kebab, and the rest is history. It was literally love at first bite. I still remember the original price. It was 18 kunas for a standard kebab and 20 kunas for a kebab with cheese, which comes out at €2.50. In fact, Croatia is not even using kunas anymore, having switched to euro this year. Fast forward a couple of years and I made a tradition to sample a local kebab whenever I traveled somewhere. I've tried kebabs in Denmark, Portugal, Netherlands, Belgium, Tunisia, Israel, Indonesia and Philippines, just to name a few. Having sampled so many kebabs from different parts of the world, eventually I felt bad for not chronicling those experiences, and an idea of starting a kebab review blog appeared in my mind. However, I did not act on it until, in the last quarter of 2020, I came into possession of a cheap action camera. At that point I decided to start a video blog instead of a written one, and an idea for a Kebab Connoisseur channel was born. The most logical place to start a vlog was at the very same kebab shop where I tried my first ever kebab. I was actually in Croatia at that time and lived nearly 10 minutes away from the shop, which made it the perfect opportunity to do it. However, just as I was about to venture outside and record it, I realized that I've never actually recorded a kebab review before. If I was going to kickstart a YouTube channel, I better make the first episode at least somewhat decent, and this required familiarizing myself with the equipment I was using and the episode format. So instead of going straight to my first kebab shop, I decided to do a test run and review another kebab shop instead, which is what you are seeing right now. The idea was to have a look at the recordings, see what's good, what's not so good, and improve before recording the actual pilot episode. Upon reviewing the recordings, I noticed that the audio quality was terrible and it was very difficult to understand what I was saying. I desperately needed an external microphone, so I ordered one off eBay. However, online deliveries in Croatia are slow because a lot of the goods come from abroad, and at that point there were additional delays because of COVID restrictions in Europe. I waited for 2 or 3 weeks and the microphone still had not arrived, so I complained to the seller who sent it again, and then it arrived after another week or so. Unfortunately, during the time I was waiting, the Croatian government ordered another lockdown, and that meant that all kebab shops could only do deliveries. I thought there was no point to record an episode if I was not able to physically enter the establishment, and so I was forced to shelve my plans indefinitely. In January 2021 I moved back to UK, and the UK was also under lockdown at that point. I was staying in Newcastle, and it was not until May that year that the country opened up sufficiently for me to start recording again. This is the reason why the first few episodes on this channel are from Newcastle. I did not want to kickstart my channel with the very first review I recorded because it was very poor quality and you only get one chance to make the first impression. Unfortunately, this story has a sad ending. By the time I went back to Croatia and was ready to review the kebab shop where I tried my first kebab, I received the news that the shop had been permanently closed. I was both shocked and saddened to hear the news, especially because it was a well-known kebab shop in Zagreb and I just could not imagine it running out of customers. Although I tried, I have not learned the reason for the shop's demise to this day. So there you have it. All that is left from that initial period is this one kebab review, which I will let you indulge in right now. While I am not happy with neither the image nor audio quality, it is undeniable that this episode is a part of history and therefore it deserves to see the light of day. Okay, you can see our target from here. Just need to cross the road. Can tie my bike here. Oof. Look. Može, jedan ovaj kebab za 30.
Lepine?
Normalan ovaj, da. Lepine.
Jedan za vajno?
Tu ću ispred, jes. No. Umak pola, prilozi sir, salata, paradajz i luk. Hvala ti. Hvala. Okay. Now, test. This is the kebab. Looks all right. Scale. Let's measure the. Oops, dropped some onions. 535 grams. That's pretty decent. So now let's try. Good. This is the taste of that Zagreb kebab. It's getting dirty like a pig. Makes me wonder how big jumbo kebab is. Not showing too big pieces. No, that's right. But somebody is disturbing our review. Hello. You're disturbing my review. It's okay, it's okay. It's called Treshnevka. No, I didn't meet them yet. I'm just finishing a kebab. Okay. Okay, bye. Kebab is pretty good. Now we'll be packing up. Be ecologically conscious and throw this away. Let's jump on our iron horse. So that was Super Kebab in Zagreb, Croatia. For the price of €4 one gets slightly over half a kilogram. The value comes out at 135 grams per euro, which is a very decent figure, somewhere between Turkey and UK. The taste is very good, as the kebabs in Zagreb usually are, hence the 4 out of 5 star rating. The locals on average salary can afford 3.4 kilograms of this kebab per day, which is a figure comparable to London. So if you live in London and spend a significant percentage of your income on kebabs, you may want to consider moving to Zagreb, as the weather is much better and the kebabs are tastier. That is all for today, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week in another episode.